Hello and welcome. You're watching Morning Markets on Money9. I'm Sakshi, Batra, and this is where we get you all the key updates you need to begin your trading day right. तो चलिए शुभारंभ करते हैं हफ्ते के आखिरी ट्रेडिंग सत्र का। अगर आप देखें तो हैंडओवर काफी वीक है। एक बार फिर हमें ग्लोबल संकेत वीक ही मिले हैं, जिसकी वजह से आज भी इंडियन मार्केट्स की ओपनिंग वीकनेस के साथ हो सकती है। कल के ट्रेडिंग सेशन की बात करें तो कल बेंचमार्क इंडिसेस में एक फॉल नजर आया। सेंसेक्स, निफ्टी दोनों ही में अगर आप देखेंगे तो 1 से 1.25% तक का फॉल देखने को मिला था। साथ ही निफ्टी बैंक में अगर आप देखेंगे तो 1.5% तक का लॉस के साथ क्लोजिंग होती हुई नजर आई। निफ्टी बैंक को आप देखें तो 36,000 के ऊपर एक इंट्राडे में लेवल में जरूर ट्रेडिंग हुई थी, लेकिन एक बार फिर 35,802 के लेवल्स पर क्लोजिंग हुई 565 पॉइंट्स लॉस करके। साथ ही 15,080 के लेवल्स पर निफ्टी 50 की क्लोजिंग हुई और 50,846 पर बंद हुआ सेंसेक्स का इंडेक्स। तीनों ही इंडाइसेस में लाल निशान में कामकाज, लेकिन ब्रॉडर मार्केट से आउट परफॉर्मेंस जरूर नजर आई। आधे प्रतिशत तक के आसपास की तेजी हमें मिड कैप इंडेक्स में देखने को मिली और साथ ही स्मॉल कैप इंडेक्स में अगर आप देखेंगे तो 1% तक की बढ़त के साथ कामकाज हुआ, यानी कि स्मॉल कैप इंडेक्स में कल के सेशन में हमें आउट परफॉर्मेंस जरूर देखने को मिली है। देखना यह होगा कि ये जो रेजिलियंस है क्या आज भी बरकरार रहती है, बावजूद इसके कि ग्लोबल संकेत हमें वीकनेस का ही इशारा कर रहे हैं। तो चलिए देखते हैं कि यूएस मार्केट से क्या संकेत मिले हैं। आप देख सकते हैं कि तीनों ही मेन इंडाइसेस नैस्डैक, S&P 500, डाउ जोन्स सभी में 1% से ज्यादा की वीकनेस हुई है। सबसे ज्यादा अंडर परफॉर्मेंस नैस्डैक में देखने को मिली है। 2% से भी ज्यादा की वीकनेस खासतौर पर नैस्डैक में देखने को मिली है, जिसका मतलब यह है कि जो टेक्नोलॉजी स्टॉक्स हैं यूएस में लिस्टेड कंपनीज जो हैं वहां पर सबसे ज्यादा प्रेशर देखने को मिला। और पिछले एक हफ्ते में अगर आप देखेंगे तो ये टेक्नोलॉजी स्टॉक्स में ही सबसे ज्यादा वीकनेस देखने को मिली है। खासतौर पर अगर आप देखेंगे फरवरी से लेकर अब तक नैस्डैक अपने हाई टाइम से या जो ऑल टाइम हाई लेवल्स इसने छुए थे फरवरी के महीने में, वहां से 10% तक का करेक्शन ऑलरेडी हमें नैस्डैक इंडेक्स में देखने को मिल चुका है। साथ ही अगर आप देखेंगे डाउ जोन्स और S&P 500 की अगर बात करें तो 1% तक के आसपास की गिरावट हमें यहां पर देखने को मिली, और जिसका मतलब यह है कि ये जो वीक है ओवरऑल डाउ जोन्स और S&P 500 के लिए वीकनेस के साथ ही एंड करता हुआ नजर आ रहा है। क्यों हमने देखा है कि इतनी ज्यादा वीकनेस बाजार में देखने को मिल रही है, खासतौर पर यूएस में? जिस तरीके से कल के ट्रेडिंग सेशन में हमने देखा था कि यूएस की जो बॉन्ड यील्ड्स हैं वो लगातार बढ़ती हुई नजर आ रही थी और उसकी वजह से स्टॉक मार्केट्स में प्रेशर था। आज भी ओवरनाइट हमने यही देखा है कि यूएस की जो 10 साल की ट्रेजरी यील्ड्स हैं उन्होंने 1.5% तक के ऊपर जंप दिखा दिया है। खासतौर पर यह तब हुआ जब फेडरल रिजर्व के चेयरमैन जेरोम पोवेल ने कॉमेंट्स दिए इन्फ्लेशन को देखते हुए, और ये कहा कि वो अभी भी पेशेंस दिखाएगा फेडरल रिजर्व, क्योंकि इन्फ्लेशन के संकेत बढ़ने के नजर आ रहे हैं। और इसी वजह से अगर आप देखेंगे इन्वेस्टर्स का जो कॉन्फिडेंस है वो थोड़ा बहुत डगमगाया और थोड़ा टेम्पररी जंप इन इन्फ्लेशन देखने को मिल सकता है। यूएस में इस तरीके के संकेत हमें मिले हैं। इसका रिफ्लेक्शन एशियन मार्केट्स में कैसा था आप देख सकते हैं कि ऑल रेड स्क्रीन यहां पर भी है। व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट द Nikkei 225, there's a 2% loss that we have seen for the Nikkei 225, 28,376 for this index. Also 28,857 is the level at which the Hang Seng has begun in early trade. 1.3% loss for this one, and the Shanghai Composite also trading down with 0.5% loss at 3481 at the moment as well. So there's the same reflection of the US markets in the Asian markets as well. The spooking factor has actually come in from the US bond yields, which are continuously rattling the equity investors' confidence. Also remember, there's another factor that's really working for the Asian markets that are against it, and that is the dollar has also moved to a 3-month high. That again is something that is putting another pressure to the markets as well, and that has also turned the Japanese yen also to an 8-month trough as well, which is why you can actually see an underperformance coming in from the Nikkei, the Japanese index of 225. So that's begun with about 2% losses in early trade, because the Japanese yen is really underperforming against the dollar as well. So what does it mean for the Indian markets? You can see the Singaporean Nifty index that's trading down with over 1% cut. So 15,000 level gone right in the opening trade is what the indication that we are picking up. We are set to open with a gap down further below 15,000 level. 14,908 is the level at which the SGX Nifty is trading at currently. Moving on to understand how the dollar rupee is moving at the moment, 72.84, a loss of about 0.16% here. So there's going to be some more pressure from that front as well. Moving on to the crude oil markets now, there's a sharp jump that you can see. Remember, in yesterday's trading session, we were seeing the Brent crude trade somewhere around $62, $63, and now it is over $67 as well. So it's back to the back to about 1.5 week high as well that we had seen this kind of a level, 0.78% of a jump here. Also the WTI, which is the NYMEX crude, or it is also named as the US crude, that's also up about 0.74%. Now there's a sharp jump of about 4% right in Thursday's trading session. It has hit its highest in over a year, and this is after the OPEC and the allies have agreed to keep the production unchanged into April, reasoning that demand recovery from the coronavirus pandemic was still fragile, and that is why you can actually see that the oil prices have jumped up high as well. So that's something that we'll have to keep an eye out on. Now, for the stocks to watch, these are some of the stocks that will be in action today. Keep an eye out on GEC Heavy Engineering. That also shut shop with about 4% losses in yesterday's trading session. But the company has received order from waste heat recovery boilers from Shree Cement. That's a bit of a positive news. We'll just have to see whether the recovery will happen. But it may be fragile due to the overall negative sentiment in the markets that is likely to start the day with at least. Let's move on to find out. Laurus Labs is going to be another stock that you can keep an eye out on. 1% is a jump that we actually saw in yesterday's trading session, bucking the trend in yesterday's fall. Two promoters of Laurus Labs have sold their shares to revoke the pledge. So that's again positive news for the company. You may see an extension of the rise that we had seen for Laurus Labs in yesterday's trading session as well. Moving on to another stock that you should keep an eye out on. Sharp rise was seen in Nitin Spinners in yesterday's trading session, and this is despite the fall in the markets overall. 8% of a jump is what we had seen already in yesterday's trading session. Now, Aditya Birla Sun Life mutual funds have reduced the stake in the company to 3.3% from 5.07%. So some of that retracement may actually come as a sentiment dampener in today's trading session. Unicam Laboratories, that's another stock. Keep an eye out on that one. 2.6% jump for this stock. Unicam Laboratories has received an US FDA approval for its guanfacine tablets. Remember, these tablets are actually used for treatment of hypertension. So keep an eye out on that one. That's a positive news, and you may see an extension of an uptick on this stock for sure in today's trading session. Yes, from the IT space, it's Wipro that's going to be definitely in the limelight today. It's a good news for the company, as the company has acquired the consultancy firm Capco for about $1.45 billion. So an uptick can also be expected on this stock too. Moving on to the new listing that we are likely to see today, Hiranbay Industries shares will be listing on the bourses today. Remember, the issue was subscribed 83.29 times. There is an expectation of Hiranbay Industries to make a strong debut on bourses, and that's according to the grey market experts as well. Even in yesterday, as per our sources, the stock was actually trading over 200 rupees over the issue price as well. Remember, the issue price was somewhere between 626 to 627 rupees per share, and over and above that, 200 rupees of a premium is what was trading in the grey markets yesterday, but we'll just have to see how the listing happens at 10 a.m. today. The issue was open for subscription from 23rd to 25th February, and today is the listing happening as well. Moving on to the IPO update. Now, Mtar Technologies IPO is the last date of the IPO. Strong response has been given to this IPO. It's been subscribed over 10.3 times so far. The company has also fixed a price band of 574 to 575 rupees per share, and the issue will close today. So we'll just have to see how much more oversubscription do we see on the last day today. Moving on to the stock recommendations then. For today, we have 5 trading ideas for you with which you can begin your trading day as well. Nirav Chera from Nirmal Bang has recommended Dr. Reddy's Laboratories as a buy call for today. You can keep a target price of 4,800 with a stop loss of 4,450. Because of the overall sentiment being down, you may also actually keep a watch over it, because most of the analysts give some positional picks as on such days as well. So keep an eye out on that one as well. Yesterday also the stock bucked the trend with 1.5% gains. Moving on to NMDC now, that's again stock which actually moved higher in yesterday's trading session with 0.6% uptick. The stop loss you need to keep on the stock would be 133 with a target price of 149 on the stock price. Also, Ultratech Cement from the cement space is another stock that you should keep an eye out on in case you're looking out for opportunities in the cement space. 4% of an uptick was seen yesterday. The stop loss you can keep on the stock would be 6,600 rupees, and Nero believes a target price of 7,100 cannot be ruled out. So that's something that you can definitely look for a strong upside from the current levels as well. Now moving on to Jet Hacker's picks now. Naveen Fluorine is one pick that he has recommended. The stop loss he needs to keep on the share would be say 2730 rupees with a target price of 3050 to 3150. That's a target price that you need to keep in your mind. Again, another stock price that he has recommended is from the FMCG space. It's HUL or Hindustan Unilever. The stop loss you need to keep on the stock would be 2145 with a target price of 2360 on the higher side for sure. And so these are the 5 picks that you have for today's trading session. And in case you're looking out for stock picks in cement space, in FMCG space, in metal space, all of these ideas will definitely help you. But do speak to your financial advisor before investing in these as well. But with that, we wrap up this edition of Morning Markets. A whole lot of action is awaited right after the opening. So do stay tuned with us on Money9.